Being in your 20s is the most exciting phase of your life because you have more time to discover, work on yourself, towards your potential and aspirations. However, independence is not only about fun and frolic because you would not be independent unless you start supporting yourself financially. Let's get started with the top 10 financial goals that you should achieve before turning 30. Number 10. Exercise daily, eat healthy and moderately. Start prioritizing your health. Most of us tend to be reckless and hate the idea of exercising or dieting, and thus we fail to take our health seriously. However, we should not forget that if we fail to adopt healthy habits like working out daily, eating healthy, having enough nutrition, and eating moderately, our health will not support us to fulfill our ambitions and goals. To become money smart, you need to be disciplined and healthy, reflecting your lifestyle and diet. Because if you don't choose to be careful now, you might start facing medical issues later in life, which will lead to expensive medical bills. Number 9. Develop financial benchmarks. To achieve this goal, take a moment to think about your earnings and spending of the last few years. For this, you might have to conduct a horizontal analysis, a useful tool to evaluate the financial trends, to check how much you have earned and saved. Do you wish to change your spending habits, or are you currently satisfied with the progress you have made? You need to ponder upon the choices you have made in the past to formulate your financial benchmarks. If you find out that you spend about 9% of your earnings on food every year, you need to choose an alternative, like cooking at home, to reduce the expenses. You can calculate your savings rate, investment assets to gross pay and current ratio, etc., to acquire information about your financial health. Number 8. Set up an emergency fund. If you have no debt, start an emergency fund. Emergencies such as accidents can happen anytime and it is wise to be prepared. You should put in 3 months of expenses. If you want to go above and beyond, then have 12 months of expenses saved. Number 7. Max out on retirement accounts or 401k. When opening a retirement account, it is essential to save to ensure a comfortable life in the future. There are 2 retirement accounts, traditional IRA and Roth IRA. Roth IRA doesn't have the yearly tax deduction that traditional IRA has, thus it's more suited for beginners with small incomes. However, there are contribution limits that the IRS set. But there is a legal loophole and not many know, it's called the backdoor loophole. As of 2020, backdoor Roth allows you to put up to $37,500 in a Roth IRA or Roth 401k. Set up an emergency fund of 3 to 12 months before opening one if you don't have enough assets to easily convert to cash. If your employer offers a 401k, that is another option. The best thing about the 401k investment plan is that you would not be taxed once you start taking the money out, so it reduces your taxable earnings. But you are forced to take it out after age 72 and have it taxed. So, it's best to have both Roth and 401k because it offers the perfect combination of tax savings. Number 6. Max out on HSA, Health Savings Account. HSA is an account with tax benefits that can be used for paying medical bills and for investing too. It is better than 401k as an investment plan because you are not required to pay Social Security tax on contributions if you comply with Section 125 cafeteria plans, which allow employees to pay insurance premiums pre-tax and can also be modified to allow HSA contributions. You can withdraw the amount anytime. If the money is used for an ineligible expense, whether medical or non-medical, the expenditure will be taxed and subject to a 20% tax penalty for individuals that aren't disabled or over age 65. Number 5. Save 2 times your income. If you're still in your 20s, you still have time to achieve this in your 30s. You must save at least a year or more of your income. A rule of thumb is to save 20%, but I suggest you aim higher like the rich do, save 30% or more. The top 10% top 1% of income earners save 12%, which is low compared to the top 1% who save 38%. If you want to go above and beyond, saving 2 times your income is ideal. Nonetheless, this will depend on everyone's financial situations, but you should save as much as possible and don't be discouraged if you are unable to. Instead, de-stress, strategize, and set up a budgeting sheet to help save and not accumulate debt. I'll be linking a budgeting sheet too below. You may want to use the 7-day rule where you'll wait 7 days to decide on making a purchase. Another good way to save is to have multiple savings accounts, so you can dedicate each one to saving for a particular goal and makes it less likely for you to spend more than you should. Number 4. Open a brokerage account. Smart investors and the rich invest in stocks, bonds, index funds, and crypto because they know it has the highest potential in returns. And you can start investing by opening a brokerage account. Invest early to take advantage of compound interest, which is the addition of interest to the principal sum of a loan or deposit, or in other words, interest on interest. It is the result of reinvesting interest, rather than paying it out, so that interest in the next period is then earned on the principal sum plus previously accumulated interest. Let's say John, age 20, invested $1,000 today and he'll make $32,000 by retirement, assuming he doesn't touch his investment. If you want to see a sheet about compound interests that you'll earn by each age with the money you invested in, I'll link it below. Also, you can open a brokerages at Robinhood, Webull, and get free stocks if you use my link, which will be linked below. Number 3. Be decisive and take risks. Taking risks is always nerve-wracking, especially facing uncertainty, but there's no growth or fortune without risks, as I've previously stated in my blog. Decision-making is a valuable skill to learn, and you'll lose money or miss out on opportunities if you are indecisive. And you need one opportunity to capitalize on, and other doors will open eventually. As I mentioned previously, your decisions should be based on your goals and priorities. While you should be careful before making any risky decisions that can make you go bankrupt, you should take risks that can also improve your resilience, confidence, and the chances in achieving your goals. If you take a moment to reflect and think about it, will you really be happy if you never took risks to achieve your goals? Number 2. Make money work for you. Have your money work for a purpose that has value to you. Life is unpredictable, and thus you don't know when your last breath will be. Without anticipating your death, you should think about how people should remember you after you pass away. Everyone wants to be loved and cherished even after they leave the world, and thus you are not an exception. However, to make it possible, you will have to achieve various quality goals in your life and contribute to society. If you identify yourself as family-oriented, your aim would be your family's financial growth and prosperity. Therefore, when you are in your 20s, you may want to start looking at term insurance. If you have people that are dependent on your income, open a trust, or will, so the ones you care about are taken care of even when you're long gone. Or contribute to the greater good of society and be a positive influence, which will help write a better reality for us all and makes people feel happier according to psychology. Number 1. Have fun and live your life to the fullest. If you work hard and earn money to save, without appreciating it, you would not be able to enjoy your life. If you are not mentally, spiritually, and emotionally content, you will not benefit even after earning and spending. Richness is happiness, and happiness comes within. However, this doesn't mean that you should spend mindlessly. Learn to be happy with the money you have, live below your means, and make smart financial decisions. Practicing gratitude will not only help us be happier but combats that feeling of wanting more. Thanks for watching. Did you agree with my list? Please let me know. Also, don't forget to claim your free stocks below when you sign up to Robinhood and Webull with my links. Take care and see you all.